Okay, hello, I'm Hood. So the equipment introduction video I'm going to bring to you today is not this lens. It's the adapter ring on the back of this lens. So the adapter ring we are going to introduce today is from Lena. And it is a common adapter ring, but there is no lens in the middle, and it is not to reduce the lighting software ring. So why do we have to talk specifically about the adapter ring? Because Canon's EF port to EF-M port is the most commonly used lens group in my daily life. I have a lot of shots here. They are all used for transfer. So I have tried different brands of transfer rings before. But although the prices are almost the same, they are all very cheap. And the price is basically the same within 200 yuan. But I have never found one that I am particularly satisfied with. It is especially perfect and suitable in all aspects. The first adapter ring I bought was Weijuo's. It has been damaged by wear and tear of metal. Now I will use it to transfer the lens of M42. Because its automatic lens has no way to aim, the contacts are very loose. And its metal is worn and damaged, equal to the second adapter ring I bought. That is JJC, in fact, everything else is fine. But then there are two fatal shortcomings. The first is that the shelf of the base under it needs to be screwed in manually with a screwdriver. It means that a screwdriver is needed for each disassembly and assembly, which is very troublesome and cannot be disassembled and assembled at any time outside. Only when you go back to your own place, you can take a screwdriver to screw it up and down, which is very troublesome. The second point is that although it is okay for most lenses, it is not very accurate because it has some frames. Then you have some lenses, like the subsidiary lens, like the Sigma 352, which may not be particularly accurate. When there are some errors on both sides, it will be very tight. I don't know if it's loose. It's very tight. That is to say, it often, but it is also very difficult to unscrew. Alright. It's finally then it also has some other lenses. Although it is normal to transfer some lenses, that is, the tight, but when you transfer some lenses, it will be very tight. I feel that he may have made a little too. I don't know why. Is it because of the. So I was not very sad. It wasn't until I used this Lena adapter ring that I found out satisfied with so far. First of all, from the functional point of view, Canon to it is the same focusing system. It means that there is no need for any translation in terms of. It is completely directly connected. Of course, there is no problem with as long as the focusing system of the original body works, then the focusing system of the of course, no matter what result you. It has nothing to do with. The adapter ring is mainly responsible for. You can take a look at the 16300 of the AM You can see that I can hardly, and it is very tight, but it is very smooth to dismantle. When it is installed, it is relatively and then I removed it very smoothly. The Sigma 352, which was very tight just now, was also very smooth. But it is still very tight. It is not because the amount of ore is particularly so it will be smooth. It is just right. So it can be installed smooth, and it doesn't shake after it is installed. Especially when I have some bigger, like this cool version of F4, which is also the original lens. Very easy to turn up. Turn down very smoothly, without any stuttering, including some rare shots, 1611 to 1. The lens of the second generation is the same. It is very smooth to, and then it is also very. And then there is the second point. The bracket seat under it, which can be screwed up directly by hand. You don't need any tools to see it. There is only one screw. There are two screw holes on this side of these two screw holes need a screw, and the base can be screwed on directly. When I transfer some of the large and want to put them on the shelf, I often don't want to put the center of gravity directly. I don't want to put the shelf on the fuselage. Unstable if you put the shelf on the fuselage. And it looks and because the M50 has a relatively small body. So when you put the M50 on a tripod, directly from the fuselage, there is often no way to open the battery door. But so I usually like to install the base of the tripod ring, so that it will not affect the opening of its lid. Even if there is it will not affect the opening of the, but also balance the center. Then it is very convenient to disassemble if you can't take it apart, and then you can easily unscrew it with your bare hands. Then you can put it on with your bare hand when you need it. This is very humane. Very humane. So to sum up, let's talk about the transfer ring of Nanda. I use at least the Canon side of the EF M transfer. EF side is the most, although its brand may not be very famous. It is not as famous as the kind of. It is really good in all aspects of design, including quality. But it's also metal. Well, that's all for today's video. I'm Hood Mansion. Goodbye, Yunchu Jun.